I hate the Insta360 X4 camera, and yet I'm going to buy another one. Stay tuned to find out why. Let me explain why I hate the Insta360 camera and why I'm going to buy another one. Now, 360-degree cameras are absolutely sweeping the world at the moment. They provide such a great tool for filming, whether it be above water, below water, being able to film a 360-degree panorama and being able to reframe shots and capture exactly what you want to without pointing the camera in any particular direction is an amazing and very, very compelling way to be able to create video content. Couple that with the invisible dive case that you can use for diving in my applications, and also the invisible selfie stick, and you've got a tool that can really help you generate some incredibly compelling content. Now, having said that, I am incredibly tough on equipment. If you look at my GoPro, it's been through restrictions in caves, it's been smashed on shipwrecks, and if you have a look at the screen here, it's absolutely scratched, and yet this has no impact whatsoever on the ability of the GoPro to be able to film, which is pretty amazing. Having said that, the Insta360 is a completely different kettle of fish when it comes to that. The invisible dive case has dome ports that are easily scratched, and the camera lenses themselves are also very, very fragile and easily scratched. They come with covers, and yet I have managed on dive 2, would you believe, to scratch the invisible dive case dome. And then I was away diving last weekend, really looking forward to shooting some footage, and I managed to drop the camera without the lens covers on, and I scratched not one, but both lenses. So I've absolutely destroyed the camera in less than 2 months, having owned it. So I'm incredibly frustrated. That frustration is a little bit with how fragile the cameras are, but I don't think there's anything that can be done about that. And I've got to be honest, it all sits on me. I need to be a lot more careful with my equipment. So that's on the hate side. There's a couple of other things that are a little bit frustrating. The 360-degree cameras have 2 lenses, one forward, one back, and the electronics or the computer software on the camera stitches together the footage to enable you to have the 360-degree panorama view, and that does create a stitch line at that point in between the 2 lenses. It's a bit frustrating dealing with that. And then the other thing, if you're not shooting in 8K, sometimes by the time you reframe your images or you reframe your footage, you are finding that your resolution has dropped below what you might be able to achieve with a point and shoot on 4K. So just a few things that are frustrating that I need to learn how to work with. But when you look at the positive side, look at the footage that you can get from these 360-degree cameras, this is the reason that despite the fact that I have destroyed my existing camera, I'm going to buy another one. Now, I've got to be upfront. Insta360 have sponsored me and have provided this camera, and they've copped a bit of flack for doing that with a lot of different content creators around the world and trying to build their business. But I'm being absolutely upfront and honest with you. I've explained to you the things that I don't like with the camera, but the things that I absolutely like, and the reason that I'm so looking forward to getting back in the water with this camera is just some of the amazing perspectives that you can gain with this camera, especially self-shooting, where you can swim, you can reframe footage, you can zoom in, you can zoom out, and gain some really, really epic footage. Over the past couple of months, I've been able to dive the Brisbane Wreck off Mooloolaba in Queensland and Australia and capture some amazing footage, even though I had already scratched the dive case. And then again, despite the scratches, I was able to reframe around those and get some epic footage on HMNZS Canterbury in the Bay of Islands here in New Zealand, which I think you'll agree just looks amazing. So even though I'm sponsored for it, and I doubt that they're going to replace that camera for me, I'm going to buy one because it has absolutely got me passionate again about shooting footage, and it's such fun to be able to capture every different angle and be able to produce content from that. So I hope that helps. If you are going to get an Insta360 camera, please use the dive covers, which I'm going to be doing from this point forward, because if you don't use the protective covers and you're not careful with the camera, then you're going to end up in exactly the same situation I did, where you'll destroy the lenses or you'll destroy the dome ports on the invisible dive case. So take care. Get one of these cameras though. I think they're really, really cool, and I'm excited to be able to produce some more footage with them. Hope this helps. Drop me some comments and let me know what you think. But I think this is the way I'm going to be shooting video underwater and topside from now on. Thanks to Insta360 for sponsoring this segment, part of Speaking Sidebound, and supporting our show. It's this sort of sponsorship that helps to make the content that we create possible.